Please tell me what you need. I wanna know if I love you. Why I go tell your papa, mama? If I fall in love with you, why I go tell your brother and sister?
The Sanyu Hit Selector.
It is indeed the Hit Selector on 88.2 Sanyu FM. I am Crystal, and I'd like to welcome my guest today, Sheebah Kurunji on Celeb Select. Well, it's so good to have you. Thank you for coming
so
on
much.
Celeb Select.
After a long time,
After back and forth. But you were busy, and
yeah.
December, I know, is a busy time for you.
Man, it was crazy. I kept on feeling bad. I'm like, oh my God, she's going to feel like I'm being a diva, and I hate people thinking of me like that. So, But I was like, I'm pretty sure she understands. It's a crazy season.
I understand.
I really
understand
wanted
industry.
to be here though, so much, because I've been watching you and the interviews you've been doing with other people, and I like it. It's one of my favorite interviews.
Thank you so very much.
Yes.
Thank you. So, Sheebah, what were you like growing up?
Very, very boring. I had no character when I was growing up.
What do you mean?
Unfortunately.
How is that even possible?
It's possible because the person I am today, the confident person, the crazy, the confident overall, I've just built that woman because that woman wasn't built by anyone. I built that woman because where I come from, it wasn't like that.
Okay.
My mom was always busy. She's a single mother who had 6 kids, 5 of us, and then our cousin Justine.
And she was raising all of you on her own.
She was raising all of us on her own. So most of the times, I didn't get to see my mother. She's busy. She's coming in at midnight or 10, and she's preparing food because she's the one who comes with the money to prepare the food. So it's surviving all the time. So she didn't. I can't blame her now. When I was younger, a little bit younger, I would be mad why my mother wasn't there most of the time. She didn't know she missed most of the moments of my lives and all my siblings. But when I grew up, I understood the word hustle and what it means for a woman to live in this crazy world and then hustle for 6 children. I don't have them yet, but I have so much respect for her.
6 children. That's
6 children.
No joke.
In Kampala, in Kawempe. So it's crazy. Yeah.
So you grew up.
She almost worked in every coffee industry I know in Kawempe. Yeah.
So that's what she would do. But you said she used to work long hours.
Hours. She was a casual worker in coffee industries and different places. Yeah. I mean, she was a surviving woman trying to survive with her 7 children.
Okay.
6, yeah.
So you are 5, you said?
We're 5.
You're 4.
But we had a cousin called Justin who literally grew up with us.
So, well, in Africa, that's also like a brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just tell me, growing up, were you the youngest? Are you the youngest?
I'm the last born, but actually I've never felt like the last born. Yeah, because last born is when you have brothers protecting you or sisters trying to dress you up or blah, blah, blah. No, it was kind of go to school. If you get the basics, you're going to school, you're good. In P7, she'll be like, my mother, she'll be like, okay, now you have to go in boarding because now I need you to get 4 aggregates or 7. But the rest of the classes, you're in day school. You go, you come back, and you won't find her there. She's still at the coffee industry. She'll come back at around 10 or 11 with the food you're supposed to eat as supper or dinner or whatever it is. And she'll wake you up as a mother because she can't stand it having you sleeping without eating. So she'll wake you up even if it's 1. So you eat while dozing. You don't even enjoy. So in the process, we didn't get to know each other so much. So I've never felt like a last born. It was always about surviving and doing something.
Are you very close with your siblings?
One I would say Isma, the one I follow.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very close with him, and my big sister not so much. The rest of them not so much, but I'm very close to. But I'm there when they need me. I'm there.
So is it because your mom was busy hustling, then even your older siblings were also busy as well?
Because I remember my mother taking us. I was like 7, and my big sister was like 18 or 20, and she used to take us with her to pick coffee with her. So the more sacks you get, the more money you get. So I remember when my big sister dropped out at 15 years, she was like, no mom, I'm not gonna watch you do all this on your own. I'll join you in the coffee industry and we try and do this together. And then unfortunately, you know how it is, before even a year ended, she got a man. She was married at 16. So all those things, my mom and and my sisters did so much to just keep going.
Yeah.
So it wasn't all about getting together and being cozy. It was keeping going. Let's get the rent for this month. Let's get the food for today. Let's get your clothing for today. Every time someone asks me, how was your childhood? I'm like, how was my childhood?
Do you even remember
What
it?
I remember is I used to steal my mom's radio. My little mom's, it was a little radio like this, and I would steal it when she's gone. And I had myself behind the house, and I kept listening to it. I loved music, so it was like an escape for me. I couldn't play much because I didn't feel cool enough to play. I had no confidence because I had no one to give me the confidence. That's why I told you, the woman I am today, I built that woman, the English, the everything, because I dropped out in S2, literally.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is there a reason why you dropped out in
because
S2?
I mean, if mom was just surviving, I reached a point I didn't want to see that. I was done seeing her surviving. Every time I saw her surviving for so many years, it was getting to me as my nature, my brain, and my everything, my love for my mother, where I've seen her come from. I was like, get out of this place. Get out. Go there.
So
Try whatever you can do. I loved dancing. I went joined that dance group called Stingers out. I was about to make 16, but actually 15.
So that's
I
when
was
you
15.
joined them, when you were
Yeah,
15.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how long were you in that group for? Like a year?
A year and some months. Then that's when we started working with these obsessions in the December plays. They used to have these December plays, and they wouldn't have the right number. So they would recruit these different dancers from different dance troops. So we were one of the crew that recruited. So we went there as singers. We danced, and after December ended, we were back to our normal days of dancing in bars, karaoke. And one time, I think Cleo was leaving Obsessions. Ronnie was like, hey, I was in Kigali. He was like, you should come back to Kampala. I want to talk to you. You should replace Cleo. I was like, me? He's like, yeah, we see potential in you. You can do it, blah, blah, blah.
So you didn't even have the confidence then? You didn't even think you could?
No, I didn't. Because after Jangu, these girls were blowing up. Obsessions was crazy. It was famous. It was every little girl's dream.
Yes.
So me being chosen, first of all, I didn't think I was pretty enough to join them, or I was in shape enough to be there, or I was professional enough to be there, or I was learned enough to be there. There was a lot going through my head because they looked a certain kind of way.
Okay.
These girls were coming from Aga Khan, Nabisunsa, and I come from Kaimpa Muslim Primary School, which literally doesn't speak much of English.
Yes,
So it was crazy.
But that was a new chapter in your
Yeah,
life. So
yeah.
did you need to be convinced to join, or
No.
you just decided, okay, let me try this?
Unfortunately, at that time, there was a very, very good guy, good man actually. He was a very old man. He had a daughter called Karunji too. So he considered me as a daughter. He used to call me. He was the owner of one of the places we used to perform in every Sunday in the dance group. So he was called Mr. Chibidige. The bar was called Caesar's Palace. So we're there every Sunday. We perform there, dance from there in my dance group. And one time he was like, you know what? I think you can do better. You should start singing. So he called Dr. T, who is a very big artist and a producer. He called him to teach me all music instruments and teach me a little bit about music. But before all that happened, I recorded one song, which I don't even recall.
Okay.
Ronnie called me, and I was like, you know what? I need to sit him down because he had already invested some money in me. I needed to sit him down and be honest with him and tell him, you know what? I know you want me to sing, and I know you believe in me, and I appreciate that, but I don't think I'm ready.
Okay.
To do that, I need steps, and this is it. Obsessions is very good. My vision is performance. It's art. It's creativity. I don't think I have yet, the experience to do this
that you needed.
And he understood it. I joined. He bought shares in Obsessions to make sure I'm safe and all this. So yeah, and then spent in Obsessions 2.5 years. And yeah,
but that says a lot about you, because many people would just be like, new opportunity, bye.
No, I'm actually not like that. I really love remembering where I come from because it's one of the reasons why I'm here. I remember where I come from. I remember every little tiny thing someone has ever done for me. The same way I remember the tortures, the same way I remember the glory and the kindness from people. Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you right now for your first request.
Yeah.
Simi Joromi.
Yeah, Joromi.
Why did you pick this song? Oh, look at the smile. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Simi has, she's Nigerian. She has that soothing, calming voice. You know, she does instruments. She's a soul singer. There's something about those soul singers that I love. Sometimes I just listen to them. I'm like, okay, they sing love in a very twisted way. They sing love not in a very obvious way. She's a good writer. So I love it because it talks about love in a very different way. And the voice.
Oh, her
Yes,
voice, her
yes,
voice. Well, here it is. Sheebah Karunji's first request
Yes.
on Celeb Select today.
Me, Doro me, baby. Doro me, Doro. Kilo de. Why you know
Where the music don't stop.
I love this station.
88.2 Sanyu FM. Today's best music.
Now, you were talking about growing up and it was really rough. You
Yes.
didn't have much of a relationship with your mom then.
Not so much.
Do you have a relationship now?
Yes, we are building one.
You're
We are
building
actually
one.
building one because, first of all, the time that I would have taken to build a relationship with my mom, I was now getting also busier chasing the paper now. So I don't know the last time I slept at my mom's place because I'm going to go there on Christmas, then I'm rushing to go perform, then I'm going to go there on Easter, and then I'm rushing to catch shows. And she understands because she is a working woman. She taught us how to work.
Exactly.
She taught us everything about work because that's all I know. I don't know anything else. She never told us, oh, you need to do this so that you get a man to marry you. No. That wasn't there. I never heard of that. That's why it's not in my mentality. If that happens, well, God, whatever.
Well and
That-
good,
yeah,
yes.
That's good. But if it doesn't, I got my own. I'm going to do this. I'm going to hustle because Mama told me to do so.
Mama
So
taught you.
slowly we are catching up. She comes at home once in a while when I don't have anything to do. We chat the whole day. She meets some of my friends. She knows all my friends who go to Christmas together with the friends. She sees them. She asks me a bit about that, but she's not bothered. That's another thing. She doesn't know who I am. She knows the daughter she gave birth to. Me, the summary, the home person, that's Karunji summary. The Sheebah is overwhelming now. She doesn't even remember like that. That's the
I'm
gap.
sure she's like, but to her, like you said, you're her daughter, so she
That's
doesn't
it.
see what we see probably.
Not at all. Actually, the first time she actually watched me on stage was on Kwatako launch. That was her first time.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Seriously, my mom is not bothered. She actually tells me people keep on calling me. Are you Sheebah's mother? If you're so kind and you came in a nice way and you're not being rude, I say yes. If you're being rowdy, I say no. She's not bothered. She's not bothered at all.
Okay.
She's not those mothers who's like, oh my God, my daughter is a musician and I cannot believe she's on TV. She doesn't care. She knows she has a daughter. Her daughter is very brilliant. We talk a lot. She knows me for who I am. The news, the articles, it doesn't touch her too because she doesn't really know about this world and she doesn't care about it.
Exactly.
So all she knows is me, the daughter.
Because for a lot of people, that's always their fear that,
Yeah.
these people who they're close to, you
Yeah.
know, these stories will come out
Yeah.
and your close members, family members
Yeah.
are the ones who get hurt.
True. In my family, actually, unfortunately, no one gets hurt. Why? No one should get hurt. Why? I left home at 15. No one should get hurt.
Okay.
I went here, I brought up myself, and hey, today I'm 28. Looking at what I have managed to do with upbringing myself, I could have chosen to do so many things.
You could have gone a completely different
A
direction.
different direction because I had nobody to tell me don't do this at 15 years old. I could have done whatever because so much confusion comes in when you're a teenager. And here I am, I'm alone. In my youth, all the time, I'm taking control. I'm saying, don't do this, do this. I made my mistakes, but I learned from them. The woman I am today, I am thankful it's me who made this woman. It's me who actually created this woman, because I feel like I created me.
Okay.
Because I didn't know anything about me until I figured out I need to sit down, get to know myself, get to know who I am, soul search what I love most, apart from the crowd.
Yeah.
The crowd might say, oh, you're good at this, oh, you're good at this. You might be good at everything, but you need to know from the bottom of your heart what you can fight for.
And who you really are.
And who you really are, and where you come from, and why you are here. So for me, why my brothers and my sisters and my uncles and have no say about that is I brought up myself. So they can't judge me. They're not in position to judge me.
you. Now, speaking of leaving home at 15, My dear, you had to grow up.
Yeah,
Really,
immediately.
really fast.
I'm working with grown-ups. The way they're thinking, they don't have time for you. You need to think on their
pace.
pace, and you're 15, and you come from Kawempe, and you're not even exposed.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it touches you first because not everybody knows how to handle people like us. Some of them might just bash you or laugh at you in your face when you go wrong or speak the wrong English. You see people tapping on themselves, or you see people going savages when you're holding a fork in a wrong hand. You know, there's so much you don't know, and then you see girls on the same table tapping themselves. They're laughing. They can't even tell you. So, because of all that, for me, it doesn't push me away, or it doesn't even make me hate these people. It pushed me to make myself better so that I'm no longer a laughing stock. And I've managed to do that, and I'm doing a great job. So for me, that's it. For me, that's it. I'm work in progress. I've made mistakes. I've learned from them. I'm still making them because I'm human. But as long as I have the patience and the mind in me to say, this is wrong, Sheebah, and you did wrong. Apologize if you need to, and move on. Forgive yourself, but learn from it.
But everyone makes mistakes.
Yes.
Everybody. You know, even the English, by the way, don't speak proper English.
They do. They do. And no, it's just that in Uganda they don't understand certain things the way others do. So for me, I can't laugh at someone who says something wrong in English because I know exactly where they come from. So I wouldn't laugh at someone but someone else would, because they got the privilege to get all these things that you didn't. So they wouldn't understand where you come from. Yeah.
When you look back, because you mentioned that, you know, you've made your mistakes. When you look back, what are some of those mistakes you think, you know, if it had been different, you wouldn't have made?
I mean, one of the mistakes I'm not someone who regrets much.
Okay.
But if there is anything I regret, I think there is a time I got so much carried away with the whole fun as a teenager. And one time I'm with my cousin Maria, my best friend, and then our little bro, again, he's called Jogo. He's also young, and we were another friend. Okay. So we got out of the bar, had done in Sali, my song, I think 5 or 6 years ago. And or 5, I'm not so sure. But and we go back from the bar. We are so excited. We just shot the video. The people might like it. I'm beyond excited. They are beyond excited. So we go back in my apartment. We start dancing. We start drinking. We start doing these silly games, and we take pictures. And then the next thing you know, they were in papers. So the older me.
How did you handle it when it happened?
First of all, it happened in a very, very, very wrong time. Why? It was bad timing. I just started working with my manager. It wasn't even a year and a half yet.
Okay.
So he doesn't know me on a depth of, is this even who you are? Is this, what's this about? But I remember I was seated at Deja Vu at the time, the bites in Kasanga. We used to sit there as a team years ago. And I was watching him. He was talking to the guys, and I was watching the picture because my sister called me. She's like, Sheebah, where is your laptop? I'm like, which laptop? The laptop that had this and this and this. I'm like, why? This is 5 or 4 years ago. Why are you asking me this? She's like, check your WhatsApp.
No.
And then I go on WhatsApp and I'm like,
and it was out there. Because that's the world we're in now.
But the thing, I didn't even think about me first. I'm going to be honest. I didn't think about me first. I didn't think about anyone first. I thought about 2 things. My business, where it is right now, I had just gotten a manager that believes in me, that believes I can go somewhere, a good manager. I'm going to run this. How do I handle this? 2, my sister Mariam is not exposed to this cruelty and negativity. And me, I am. I've been exposed since I was 15. I've been picked on. I've been called all sorts of names from where I grew up from to where I started working from to where I am today. So somehow my skin is tougher. I'm so used to it. It takes really someone deep to me to say something that will go deep inside me. So you say it and I'm like, okay, whatever. If I need to pick out something, I'll pick it out. But I won't take it personal because I'm not that kind of girl, because I've gone through enough. But my sister was delicate. She's a manager in a big gym. At that time, she was a manager in a very big gym in town. She's getting good money. She's finally graduated. I'm so stressed. Her family is the same family, but somehow we are different. They are very staunch for us, Mom gave us the liberty to choose what we want to believe in. If it's Jesus, do that. If it's Muhammad, do that. But for the other side, my uncle says, you are a Muslim, you need to practice. So people are calling in from different places, different countries. So I'm thinking about her. Immediately I got on a bike. I called my friend. I got on a bike. I ran to her office immediately. I told her, I know it's going crazy. But before I went and spoke to Jeff, because I didn't want anyone to tell Jeff anything before me.
Before you.
I didn't want him to see it the way he wants to see it. So I went. I was like, this looks very bad. What I'm going to show you looks very bad, and I am ready for your judgment or whatever it is you're going to say, because I deserve it. But it's purely innocent, but very careless of us.
Yeah.
So this is it. And I was like, what's this? What were you even thinking? What were you doing? So I explained to him. He knows me very well. I'm not a type of person to lie. So he's like, okay,
All right.
we have to deal with this. This is already here. We have to deal with it. So I apologized about it. I stayed quiet for some months, because for me, I'm that type of person. If everybody's saying something, then I'd rather stay quiet, because everybody has something to say. When they have nothing to say and they give me room to say something, I'll say it. But for now, since everyone has something to say about the situation, I'll let you judge me, because, well,
That's a very important quality, by the way, because too many people react.
no, I don't.
And then you say stuff that you'll regret.
Exactly. So for me, I take my time, because also in that moment, I'm disappointed in myself. I am thinking a lot of things. I could have ruined my career, could have ruined Mariam's career. What type of woman am I going to be in future? Why am I doing all this? This is not supposed to be me. I'm already grown up from I was young even. So
At the
I'm
time.
blaming myself. Then after some time, I was like, you know what? Forgive yourself. Just learn one thing. Don't do careless games. You're grown up. You're a woman. You are responsible in this country. You're a musician. You're an example. You can't do this.
So from that point, you were conscious about what you
that.
did.
I cannot not even think about anything crazy like that. But of course, I was young at that time.
Yes,
You can't
yes.
think of any. You're living young.
Yeah, you
Wild
don't think
and
about
free.
tomorrow.
No, you don't. But when you grow up and they catch up on you, you're like, oh Lord, I should be careful.
Yes.
I should be conscious about the things that I do, because they'll catch up with me.
Yes.
But when you don't know that, you don't know that. But when you're someone who learns, you learn that and you move on. So I learned. I apologized to my fans. I still feel terrible about it. Can I take it back?
No, you can't. Okay,
But
all
I'm
right.
a better person from that.
So I'm going to ask you now for your second request, and then we'll get back to that. It's Sheba. What your second song is? Fears Nakupenda.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, one of the female artists that I've met in Uganda, I've seen her for years.
Oh, yes, indeed. On 88.2 Sanyu FM, I'm Crystal chatting with Sheba Kurunji today on Celeb Select.
Yes.
You're talking about one of your biggest regrets, and it happened. There's nothing more you can do but, move forward and be more conscious about what you do
what
now.
I do next.
Because, it's funny, for a lot of musicians, your platforms are very influential.
True.
And even if you don't want to be a role model,
Yeah.
you find yourself in that position.
Yeah. I mean, there is a balance. Me personally, I know that, but I don't let it take over me, because I was my role model. I brought up myself. So I expect people to be their own role models, or their mothers being their role models. You can't skip your auntie and your mother and to just look up what Sheba does. Really. You can't give it to me the whole time, 100%. Pick out the good things. Leave the things you think, no, me as me, I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot go there. Because even me, I could say I cannot go there. But let's not judge each other. Take what you can. Leave, because remember, I'm not you.
Exactly.
We are two different people. There is how you perceive life. There is how I perceive life. So how about I don't judge how you perceive life, and you don't judge how I perceive life. But am I still a role model? Yes. But does that mean I'm going to limit myself in a box of where I'm not going to enjoy my life? No. Hell to the no.
Hell to the no. Hell to the no. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, because people see your success now.
Yes.
but they don't,
They don't
know
the
where
story.
you've come from.
But right now they want to throw up and they're like, oh, why are you doing that? Why are you dressing up like that? Dude, I've been dressing up like this
for a long
for
time.
a long time. In fact, I'm just getting better.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why you're tripping. So, and then others go crazy about little things like, oh my God, you should get a man. Oh my God, you should have a child. Dude,
What? Are you serious?
go get yourself a
Oh, come
wife.
on, you're
Go
serious?
get yourself, yes.
There's
Go
pressure,
get-
but you should get a child.
Yes. You should get a child now. Oh my God, when I put there like baby, because I love babies. I love babysitting people's
Yes.
babies. So I put there like a baby or someone little and they're like, oh, you should get, well, how about you get yours? I'm like, Lord,
There's still time for that.
I'm 28. I don't know how you perceive 28, but 28 to me is like 16. I'm still starting. I'm just beginning to do all this. Why are you rushing me? And that's another thing about us African women and our African, no offense, no nothing, but I'm going to say it as it is. We come from backgrounds where our mothers tell us, and fathers and backgrounds and whatever aunties, when you grow up, you have to get married.
You have to get married. You have to have a child.
Children, and then after that you have to I mean, they forget our process is different, each and every one of us. Crystal, your journey is different from mine. We might have the same stories, but somehow, somewhere, they are different. They cannot be crystal clear the same. So because of that, we have to leave this part of don't judge because you don't know, unless someone really doesn't give you any choice. Unless just judging them, there is that limit. There are people who don't just give you a choice. Even me, who's not judgmental, I just keep judging them. I'm like, stop, Sheba, you're not judgmental. I'm like, they've not given me any choice. That's beyond. But when you see someone balancing career and life as a woman in a male-dominated industry like this, the way I am doing it,
Yes.
the way, have some respect because you don't know what it takes to do that.
That's true. That's true.
Don't judge the skimpy. Don't judge the no. First, understand what it takes for me. How long it has taken me to get where I am. Then have respect for that. If you can't respect my clothes, respect that.
But also, I mean, you're a musician, okay? You're not a lawyer.
Yeah.
You're not a
My point.
doctor.
My point.
It's something completely different.
Exactly, but I mean, some people tend to forget that we are artists, and me, for some reason, I'm not gonna stop creating. I'm not gonna look basic because I'm trying to impress anyone. I'm here for business. I'm here to impress my fans, but at the same time, go to the next level. And the next level regards being rebellious sometimes.
I want to take you back to your time with the Obsessions because
yeah.
when you were joining the Obsessions,
Yeah.
you did not have the confidence in yourself
No, not at all.
to see yourself as an artist,
No.
to see yourself as a singer.
No.
Was it that time with the Obsessions that gave you the confidence?
No. That time of obsessions prepared me
Prepared you.
for who I am today. How? Mind-wise, because it was hard. I'm dealing with super cool chicks
Okay.
from cool backgrounds. And here I cannot even let them come to my home. So when they drive me, I let them stop me somewhere. I'm like, okay, guys, I'll see you. Thank you for dropping me. Because I know they're going to judge where I come from. So it's hard to be who you are in such an environment. There are such people, but they're open-minded. They're going to be open-minded about your background.
Yes.
But there weren't the kinds of people who are open-minded about every kind of background.
Was it difficult, because girls, women, sometimes we can be really bad to each other.
Of course. But the good thing about me and the ladies is I have so much respect for the ladies. So sometimes even if you're trying to be petty, because I have so much respect for you and I just let you be petty and I just move on. So I was younger before I didn't know that vibe because now I know. Before it would torture me. I go in the bedroom, I cry, I when I've watched them laughing about a mistake I didn't know, and I felt like I don't blame them now because they feel like you're just from karaoke, you're joining us, you want to be a star now, all of a sudden we're going to travel with you to the UK. You don't deserve this, you didn't work for this. So there is also that. I can understand that. Like you joined us when we are already stars. We've been here from day one and you just came and joined. It's not fair. I would understand where that comes from because we all understand life differently. But I wouldn't have done that if I was in their place, but I'm not them.
Okay.
But what they did was also good and bad. They coached me to be stronger around women. There's no woman that can torture me because already I dealt with women who don't care about anything. They're going to say, whatever, why are you plaiting this hair? Why are you looking? You should lose your weight. They won't filter, they won't do anything. But at the end of the day, they taught me that the world won't filter with me. So I put it in my head that there is no filter. The world is just going to throw up anything at me. And I'm just supposed to be here and take it and still not lose my focus.
Okay.
So with that, them picking little bits of me taught me how to be strong and learn the things that they're laughing about to get better. And after some time, they started liking me, bearing with me, like, okay, she's okay. So I was like there, but nobody minded me. Yeah, that kind
But
of
with
thing.
time, they started getting to know you. They started to see the talent, definitely, that was
Yeah,
there.
but we didn't have that much time because when you joined a crew which already is big, you don't have so much says.
Okay.
No, when you're in meeting, you can't say this and this because these people have been here for 8 years. You've been here for 1 hour, so they're like, "What are you talking about? Shut up! You don't know anything." And the team, they put too much fear, and they invested too much fear in me. That's one thing they really put in me. So I was scared of TVs, I was scared of radio interviews, I was scared of everything because every time I'm gonna go in, it's like, when you go there, just say your name and keep quiet. So it touches you somehow. You're like, okay, am I embarrassing? But within that, if you look for a way of being better, so I looked for a way of being better. I started buying movies. I bought a TV in my room. I started watching movies. I started getting my English right. I started getting my L's and R's right before I would mix them up. But hey, we're all here to learn. Each and every day you can learn. So after I meet some of them and like, we can't believe you can speak. I'm like, dude, how would you know I can speak? You didn't let me
You didn't let me say anything.
But I don't blame them. They had an image and a company they set, and it was supposed to be cool. They weren't going to risk it for someone who's not yet as
At
experienced.
that level they felt at the
Yes.
time. So when you were leaving Obsessions,
Yeah.
how did you leave badly? Did you just wake up one day and say, I'm done, I can't take it no more?
Of course, leaving places, by the time you leave a place, of course, there's something bad going on, a bad vibe or disagreement. But I didn't wake up in the morning and pack and leave. There was a journey of me complaining about certain things and things that weren't changing, and I continuously talked about these things and I wasn't being heard. And to an extent I was like, you know what, okay, let me get a side job, let me try and do something on the side. And my boss at that time was like, no, you can't do anything on the
is a
side.
full-time
but then
thing.
I need money, I need to take care of my mother, I need to take care of this and this and this. And then he's like, no, you better choose. What you better choose? Do you want Obsessions or you want a side job? Because you're not going to have the both. So at that point, there's a point you reach and you feel like you're being taken for granted. Your efforts are not being appreciated, and regardless of what you bring on table, even if you left, nobody cared.
Okay.
So at that point, I feel like, you know what, I don't think there is anything I contribute to this group. So I think I need to just leave because I'm just asking for a side job. It's not a dance group. It's a side job. It's a boutique. Why is it bothering you? It's not even directly a competition to music. I didn't join a girl group, literally. I'm getting a side job to keep me going. So at that time, for me, I'm very patient. Patience is one of my strengths. But I have a limit. I reach a time and I'm like, now I've been patient, but now I'm being taken for granted. There is a difference. I'm now being taken for a ride. You're just coming from karaoke. Where can you go? So, and I swear to God, I didn't know where I was going, but
When
I
you
left.
left.
Yeah.
Okay.
I left because in my mind I was like, you know what? You need to move. You need to move.
It's time.
It's time. Move.
time.
You're 18. You're about to make 19. You're gonna make 20 and 21, and this is not your place because you are not valuable. Your value is not seen here or appreciated, and I want to be appreciated. That's
That
why
must have
we
been
all.
scary though, huh?
Oh, crazy scary because everyone said something. Like I said, at that moment, everyone says something and you want to say something because you want to correct them. But for me, I tend to keep quiet because I know I'm not going to say anything that you will understand at that time. At that time, everyone has something to say. I'll let you say it. Until today, I guess it's the first time I've gone deeper in this. And then I'm talking about it on my campus. I'm not angry. It's years gone. I'm okay with them. I'm just talking about it as my story. So I prefer that than rushing into it and I say wrong things at a wrong time.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So your third song, Remy Ma,
Yes.
Lil Kim.
Yes.
I'm hearing that you are a die-hard hip-hop fan.
I am. Meanwhile, I love rap. I love rap songs. I love hip hop. I do. I love the vibe. Putting some spice in there, truth, but with the twist of swag in their messages. So
Okay.
I love Remy Ma because of that. Because on this track, she was trying to tell people like, pay homage, respect those that you need to respect. Remember where you come from. Don't act like you don't remember. Like, be humble. Sit down. Yeah.
Okay, Wake Me Up, Remy Ma and Lil Kim.
Take one for the team. Wake me up when the morning comes. You ain't humble enough.
It is 88.2 Sanyu FM, the home of today's best music, and with me on Celeb Select today, I'm chatting with SHEEBAH Karunji, who is so real. Can I just say, so real, so
Amen.
comfortable in your own skin.
Amen. Amen. Hearing that makes me feel better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad. You talked about, when you quit the obsessions,
Yeah.
you didn't know what you were going to do,
No?
but you knew it was time.
Yeah.
And a lot of people see you now, but they forget there were quite a few years where you
Yeah.
were putting out music,
And yeah.
but it wasn't
working.
getting the traction.
Yeah, it stops right there. In the
Did you
middle.
ever feel at that time like, is this
Yeah,
really for
so
me?
many-
Is
so
it?
many times. I never questioned. Actually, that's the only part I don't know how I managed to do it. I've never questioned if this is for me, but I've questioned if it will happen. Will it happen for me? I've questioned like, what haven't I done? I've done this. I've done good videos. I've been in bars promoting. I'm not the worst singer. Come on, listen to me. Give me a chance. Give me 4 songs. Okay, put me on stage. Do something. Like, okay, play my music. It was a hustle. It was pain on pain on pain. And then at some time, I almost feel like I was demotivated because I feel like as an artist, I'll never be appreciated. But I was like, no, keep going, because of the few people that I used to find. They're like, you know what, there's something about you. There's something about you. I love your sass. I love this. Keep doing that. So I pick that. I leave there 100 bad comments. I pick out just one. And then I'm the kind of person who has very high belief in myself. It's so hard for you to tell me I can't. I can't take it. I don't know why you're telling me I can't. I don't even understand the language.
Ooh, I love that.
No, for real. Because in my head, I'm like, I will remind you about this. I need just a few years to come. I'll remind you. I don't even do it to prove what I went through, to prove to people anything. But also, there is a side of me that says, hey, guess what? You didn't think I'm going to be here. I'm here. It's good for me because I've seen people stepping on my hustle and saying, no, you can never be this chick. I've read mean articles. I think I've read the most mean articles when it comes to artists in this country. Females, harsh things. You do a show in Amnesia, a promotional show or anything, they say, oh, she was strip teasing, and it's sad. You are in your clothes, you are in everything, and then an article comes tomorrow in a newspaper, and they say, hey, SHEEBAH now does strip teasing in Amnesia or in Rouge, and it's painful. You invested your 3 million at that time in a very nice video at that time, so it's painful, of course.
Yeah.
But did I stop? No. Did I get frustrated? Yes. Did I
And
feel?
you never doubted that this is who you're supposed to be.
No, because I remember sitting down my sister and at that time my very good friend who was supporting me financially. I was like, you know what, guys? I know you have a very good job here. You have a very good job here. But me, this is it. This is it. This is it. I know you cannot see it the same way. Mariam, you've studied. You're gonna graduate in a few years. You have this and this and this and this, and you've already seen your goals. Mine, I haven't yet seen them, and I've not gone to school. I didn't graduate. This is it. I have to make this work. No excuse. Sometimes people excuse themselves a lot. They make up excuses to make themselves feel better about their failures, to make themselves better. They say, oh, my father neglected me. So was mine. So did mine. He neglected me.
You're not the
But
only
guess
one.
what? I'm here.
Yeah.
I kept pushing and I made my own story. Apart from my father doing whatever he did, I am a woman today who plans to have children with right people. Because I learned a lesson too. So get a lesson, move on. Prove to your father or mother that, hey, you didn't give birth to a damn. You gave birth to a queen or king. And here I am. Regrets are on you, not me. The karma is catching up with you, not me. Me, I'm good. My karma, I'm waiting for it because I know I've served good. Have you? No, as a father, that's on him. But on you, you have to make yourself better because that's on you too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when you had your breakthrough, that was, I think, was it 2014?
Yeah.
With Ice Cream?
Yeah.
That was pretty much the song
Yes.
that was bam.
Yes.
And everyone was like, okay, we've seen her.
Yeah.
But wow, who's Sheba?
Yeah.
Did things happen the way you expected? Was it a shock for you? Like, because it just seemed like, I mean, you have grown leaps and bounds and
Yeah.
you've exploded.
Yeah. I mean, at that time, I had Ice Cream for like a year, the audio, and I kept on playing it for people. Actually, Caesar Man wrote for me this song. I tracked him for like months, like, Caesar Man, please, because he wrote me one of my first hit songs, Automatic. So I was like, you know what, maybe this guy is my good luck charm. So I kept on looking for him, like, please, Caesar, write for me one more song. Please do that for me. Please write for me one more song. And he wrote it and it worked. But I kept it for a whole year because the concept I had for it as a video, I didn't have the money at that time.
Oh.
So I kept the song for a full year, just performing it there and there, but people didn't get the audio. They wanted visuals to add what you're saying to the. So most of the people are like, Ice Cream, that's why I told you this chick can't sing. Who sings about ice cream? I'm like, dude, I'm trying to be creative here.
Someone else sang about milkshake. So what's the problem?
Right? But that's okay for Kellys to sing about milkshake. But it's not okay for Sheba Karungi to sing Ice Cream. But when I got an opportunity, there was a Stella Cutie organized Miss Uganda South Africa in South Africa.
Yes.
So I approached her inbox. I was like, hey, Stella, I would love to curtain raise for Baby Cool was going to perform. Curtain raise for Baby Cool, any amount you have, I just want to move. And she's like, okay, I'll get back to you, blah, blah, blah. She got back to me. She gave me little money. She gave me a ticket. That was it. All I wanted was ticket and accommodation so that I saved money to buy the things I needed for my ice cream video. So for me, my target wasn't give me money. My target was buy me the ticket because that's the only way I'm going to come when I am working. For me, I don't know how to travel when I'm not working.
So you had a plan.
Yes, I had a plan. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to come, I'll perform for any amount, but all I wanted is a ticket. In my head, I was like, you know what, I'm going to go, make sure I save, in 3 months, I'm going, okay, save some money, go with it, buy these feathers. I had a vision already for the Caribbeans and the feathers, and so I wanted to bring something Ugandans have never seen. So I went, I got those feathers, they were not quite cheap, but I was like, you know what, and I wasn't sure if it's going to work, but I was like, you know what, as long as you give it your 100, at least you won't have to feel like you didn't give it your all.
Yes.
Give it there.
Okay.
So I went there, I got everything I had. When I got back here, I called Brenda Nambi, one of the best designers we've ever had, X Obsessions.
Yes.
I was like, please, Brenda, I need you to help me. I want to come up with this and this. I have a machine at home, a sewing machine, an industrial machine. I've had it for years because I used to make my own clothes on stage. I still do.
Wow.
So I called Brenda. She comes in. She saw the machine. I'm like, so we don't have to do much. We sit here. I'll do whatever you need. You need me to be your assistant? I'm going to do it. This is what I want. So she was more than welcome to help me. She helped me. We came up with everything, the crowns, the feathers. We made wigs. I got my woman who used to plait my hair, give her the idea of the wigs. I want pink, lemon, blah, blah, blah. I called because I was my manager at that time. I called the guy Mehdi who shot the video. I was like, Mehdi, I need to meet you. This is what I want. I gave him my concept. He's like, okay, I like this. He's like, okay. I always know what I want. So we went on set. He shot it. I went to NTV with then my makeup artist Jamila to premiere the video. And one of the people on the station, I remember in NTV, I was premiering at the desk. I don't even remember who was like. I went in and she didn't know Jamila, the makeup artist. I was with her. So when I came back, Jamila was like, my God, everyone was saying here, really? How do you even sing Ice Cream? And that was the first time I put it on TV. So I was like, why? You guys, I invested so much in this. You do not know. Don't do this. So in my head, I was like, and she's like, I don't know why. I didn't want to tell you, but I wanted to tell you still because I needed you to know these things, because you need to know they're going to say all these things before. So I'm like, I'm good with that. Thank you. What? I went in my bed. I was hurt. But the next day I was like, no. This song is nice. This video is nice. Keep pushing. So I kept pushing. Before you know it, I had already talked to the Good Life because I had already worked with them years back with the Magnetic video. I was the video vixen in that. They called me. I went. That was a year before Ice Cream.
Okay.
I shot their video and everything. And I remember one person telling me, if you ever need anything from the Good Life, I don't even know who I'm talking to, but you'll get it. So one time they called me like, hey, guess what? Radio just wrote you a song. I went, it was in Kwetaga. We did a song with them. They came for the video. But all the time, I don't know who is making this happen, you know. But now that I'm working with him, I know his artists can't work with anyone before he chooses. You know, so now I know it was all him, but at that time I don't know. So I'm saying, okay, these guys are paying back, or maybe because I was in the video, but it was this guy who told me, if you ever need, but I didn't know it was Jeff Chiwa.
Okay.
So I'd shot the video, we left. After a year, I released Ice Cream. So all of a sudden he calls me. He's like, oh, hi. This song, Ice Cream, yeah, you did it yourself. This is a man wrote it for me. Okay. Who did the video? Mehdi. Who gave you the costumes and everything? I did them myself. He's like, okay, this is a very nice song. You should promote it. Go everywhere with it. Promote it. Don't sleep. I'm like, I don't even have a car. I cannot move at night every day. He's like, I'll pick you up every day and promote this song. Wow. So that's where we started. And then he helped me promote this song. Before you know it, I'm whining. I'm like, oh my God, Jeff, everyone is saying, I one hit wonder. I'm never going to have another. I'm fluking. It's not real. I'm worried. People think I'm not made for this industry. So he's like, man, I'm not working anymore with musicians. So I'm not even talking about this. I was just helping you to promote. So I insisted. I kept, okay, get me someone who can help me. Okay, get me someone who can help me. Jeff, please get me someone who can help me. Okay, I'll never bother you again every time. So it's like, okay, I'll give you one more project. And please promise me you will never bug me again. I'm like, I promise. So we went. We did Twesana. At that time, we are not officially working. He's just helping me out. So I went, did Twesana, and he's like, now, I'm done.
Okay.
You take on. I went, shot the video, helped me, got the money to shoot the video. I went, shot it, he didn't come. I didn't expect him to come because he had helped me enough. I feel like it's enough. You don't even have to come. I'll take on from this. And after Twesana, all of a sudden, it was a monster hit. And then I think he was like, okay.
All right.
I don't know, whatever it is that was in his mind or whatever, then we started working.
As a music industry in Uganda, because you've been working in it for a long time, do you feel that artists maybe need to support each other more?
They do, obviously, because the support system in this country is disturbing sometimes. Like, even when you try, for me, I try as much as possible to be supportive, but you don't get it in return. So in a long run, you feel like you're in this alone and with a few people. So you decide to support those few people that support you.
Okay.
It's like you do an album listening, or you do an album, and then the people who you think in their heads will actually appear, the people you assume will support you, they won't. And these people will show the media and social everywhere. They're going to come and support you. So I need Ugandans to know it doesn't stop on posting the artists like, hey guys, let's go and support so-and-so. Are you going to go and support so-and-so?
Be there.
A mention is also good. If you can't go there, because honestly speaking, sometimes Fear might have a show when I also have a show. That's understandable, and Fear will understand.
Yes.
But if I do not have a show, how about just going even if you don't perform? Sit, buy a fellow musician's CD.
Yeah.
More like it, so that even our fans get to know, like, yo, SHEEBAH bought Fear's CD. This is cool. This is good. That is support.
And that shows you believe in each other.
Exactly. So if you're on radio, ask for this musician's music. If you're on TV, try to mention this musician if you really like them. But they like you when you're there. That's the problem. When you're there, you're their favorite. When you're not there, you're not their favorite. Whoever is there is their favorite. So there is some hypocrisy in this industry that it has kept me on a side. That's why I don't go in too much. It's business for me. I don't have friends in it. I don't make
You
friends in
clearly
it.
like you do your thing.
I do my thing and get out, because I don't know who to trust and who to support or not to support, because these people are you're torn between, are they out there for me or they're out here for them, or for us or for our music. The motive starts. I start questioning everyone's motive, which I do not want to. But I mean, you're not giving me any option. You've never been supportive. If you are in my face, you're supportive. But if you're out of my face, you're not supportive. It's funny. So we need to stop being this if we want to support our own.
Yeah.
We can't start by just being funny when they are there. Oh, hi, Crystal. Oh, my God. You're my favorite radio presenter. Oh, no, Crystal. I told you I like this program. I do. I've told my friend. She knows about it. My people around me know about it. How I feel about Fear and her character, people around me know about it. I don't fake about it. And I don't judge her. But people will say this and judge you. That won't make me better. If I meet Winnie Nwaji and I have something to say to her that I feel like will make Winnie Nwaji better, I'll tell her.
Okay.
If she gives me a room of, you're welcome to tell me something, because some people are not. They know, and that's it. Now, but if I give room to Nwaji to correct me, why won't Nwaji correct me? If Nwaji is really here for the right reason, I would love to develop. But the thing is, we are not being straightforward with each other. And then I have a problem with our fellow women. They think we are here for each other. I'm getting pissed at it. We are not here to tear each other down.
Yes.
That is some logic that some reality TVs give you, but it's not real. We are musicians. We are working women. We are empowerment. We empower so many people in this country as women. So if we bicker with each other, if we become petty with each other, how are we going to set this on the next level? How are we going to show the next girl who's coming to be Sheebah that, hey, you have to respect Sheebah before you become Sheebah, or you even try to be Sheebah. It's as obvious. There is no respect in this industry, and I don't like that.
Okay.
You find musicians, because I'm a kind of person, I greet each and every musician, but you find them before anything, they've seen you first, they're covering their faces like,
oh my. Okay.
But when they see, then when you go, because I have to come to you because I've seen you. That's me.
I like that.
I have to come. I'm not going to do the same.
You're like, hello.
Like, I'm like, hey,
You don't see
you
me?
okay? And then someone's like, oh hi, Sheebah. I'm like, dude, we are what? I'm 28, you're like 34. Like we're not in high school. Let's respect each other. Let's work together if we have to. If we don't have to, then let's just respect each other's work. How about that?
You talked about, the pressure sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, now you're 28, you
Yes.
should get married,
Yeah.
you should have kids, but your career is your priority.
Yes.
But all the same,
Yeah.
are you dating?
No, I'm not.
Not at all.
No, not
that
at all.
no was a very,
I've been on my own for some years now.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you get lonely?
Yes. Do you want me to lie? I won't lie. I do. It gets lonely, most especially with the job that I do. It gets lonely. You get back home at 3 a.m. Your feet is really, your feet are hurting. They're swollen. Sometimes shoes have really cracked your toes. Your body is tired, but you don't have anyone to talk to. Or you're coming from stage and someone grabbed you wrong places and you're so mad, but you don't have to express that every time to your friends because you feel like you are burdening them with your burdens. You want this person that you can talk to and they understand you. But the question is, who is going to understand you? That's my tricky part.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Because you've probably been through a couple of experiences.
Yeah,
that
I have.
Taught you.
I have.
And love is, especially in your industry as a musician.
It's tricky.
It's very
tricky.
Okay.
A man, to be with a man at this point of life, you have to put down your guns. And I won't put down my guns. So it's hard. I'm going to put on the one I'm supposed to put on to go do my business. And he will tell me you can't put on like this. And this is my business. So I don't know how I can cope up with that kind of life.
So how do you handle the pressure the pressure, the constant expectations for you
From
to be
people.
perfect.
Yeah. How I handle that is I know for sure I'm not perfect, and I accepted it.
Okay.
So I start. It started with me. It has to start with you. You know, you can be on 1,000 levels of perfect, but you still don't feel perfect. So for me, I embraced my imperfections. I love my what I think as perfections. They might not be perfections to others, but I love them. But the thing I love about myself most is my heart. So as long as I have the heart, still thinking or feeling the same way, I'm good. I can fix the rest of it, but the heart, you can't fix it. If it's ugly, honey. So for me, it's my heart.
A lot of people talk about, in this industry, because some people, to handle the pressure,
Yeah.
they will turn to either drugs,
Yeah.
or they will turn to
I know.
alcohol. Have
I
you
know.
seen that? Have you ever maybe also felt that weakness at any point?
Yes. At a point, I think years ago, I think 5 years ago, I was going through so much that I can't understand, as I can't explain as a person. I was growing into the woman I am today. So much confusion, so much questions, so much mistakes that I had already made. I'm trying to figure out how to fix them. So much hunger for what I want, but it's crazy, it's sad, but what can I say? That's a very deep question.
Yeah. I can feel. I
Yeah.
can feel.
Yeah, I've been there, man. I've been there. I'm trying to be better, but I've been there. So I ran into drinking, not cocaine. I've never touched cocaine. I've never touched cocaine, but I resorted to drinking. Every time I'm stressed, every time I'm sad, every time I feel like, oh my God, the world is crumbling down and I cannot be who I am. And I think all this vision of who I think I'm going to be is a lie. I'm overrating myself. I think this is talent overrated. You cannot be this. You're just dreaming too big. But I started drinking, like, you start little by little, before you know it, you lose control. But for me, before I lost control, because of the fact that I brought up myself, I always know when I'm losing control.